Welcome to the Tez Down Podcast. How are y'all doing today? I am Tez, your host of the Tez Down Podcast. We're not wearing black today. I mean, we had to wear black all week. We had to decide we're going to switch it up a little bit. So I just want to thank y'all for coming out and supporting the show the way that you have. This has been fantastic for me. And y'all see the banner down there? That's Digitally Dreaming Off the Gridiron Podcast. We're gonna take that off of there because we're not doing Digitally Dreaming Off the Podcast today. That's not what we're doing. You know what we are doing today is the Tez Down, and we're gonna get everything going the way that it's supposed to go. So let's go ahead and add a new ticker down there. Today's episode's name is Whose Choice Is It Anyway? So that's going to encompass most of what we talk about today. Today, we're going to start off with some sports. It's going to be WNBA, NFL. We're going to keep it at those two. We can talk about some of the other sports. We got all week, yo. We're doing a show every single day. We're doing a show every day. We got all week for the rest of that. So we're going to start off there, and then we're going to go from there into some of the meat of today's show, asking the question, whose choice is it anyway? We're going to talk about some accountability things, and we're going to meet somebody, the queen of accountability, since that's how we started. So you guys are in for a treat. The classic codes should join us later on in the show, and we might have a surprise special guest if we're lucky. Let's see how lucky we are and see how we can get this going. So without further ado, let's start our first topic. We're going to get it going right now. Whose choice is it anyway? Not any yay, anyway.
Off bracket picks. Eastern Conference. Atlanta Dream. New York Liberty. Indiana Fever. Western Conference. Minnesota Lynx. Las Vegas Aces. Phoenix Mercury. Seattle Storm. Golden State Valkyries.
Okay. That's why they lining up. First round. We got the Minnesota Lynx. Okay, who they got winning? That's the question. So they have Indiana Fever in the finals. So you guys are aware well of the Indiana Fever is basically an upstart team where they had the first round pick last year and they drafted Caitlin Clark. And everybody knows that Caitlin Clark has been one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball in the last couple of years. And by polarizing, I mean either you like her or you don't. There really is no in between. There's not a whole bunch of people asking the question, do I like her? Why would I like her? I mean, the girl's got game. You have to give it to her. She's got game. And she turned down $15 million from the Big Three. She turned down $15 million from the Big Three so she could participate in the WNBA. Some people might say that wasn't a power move. I think it was. I think it was a power move. The Big Three offered that much money because they knew that once she got to the WNBA, she was going to be very marketable and very bankable. And for the most part, she has been. Everything she does is a headline. Even when she's injured, it's a headline because it's obvious that her team needs her. If you guys haven't been watching the WNBA this year, you probably should. It's been really good basketball for the most part. There's still some hiccups here and there. They're just not men. And that's okay that they're not men. You know, if all you care about is men's basketball, that's great. I like sports. I mean, I'm going to watch them. The Minnesota Lynx, they've been fantastic this season. They've been fantastic. And they've had one of the best records over the last decade. So I think that if this is the way that the finals is going to play out, I would enjoy seeing this. I would enjoy seeing this like no other. So where do we go from here? I think we're gonna let the rest of that play out. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to take too much time on the WNBA playoffs because I want to see what ends up coming out of this. Yeah, we'll stop them there. And we're going to go on to the next part, which is the NFL power rankings. Let's see if we get some NFL power rankings. I'll put this in there and then we'll see. Let's blow this up a little bit for you guys so y'all can see it too. Let's blow that up. All right. So, as you guys can see from the NFL Power Rankings, let's go through this. They got the Eagles at number one, y'all. They got the Eagles at number one. I'm not saying that the Eagles should be number one. They won the Super Bowl last year. They're defending champions. They got the Baltimore Ravens at number two. Arguably, the Baltimore Ravens probably should have been in the Super Bowl last year. They just somehow they get to these rounds and they fall apart at the end, and that's just how it works out for them. Let's see what happens. Kansas City is an obvious choice to be in the top five. Same thing with the Bills. I'm really surprised that Green Bay is listed at number five. Green Bay got better with the addition of Michael Parsons. So adding Michael Parsons puts them definitely there. And they just got him, I believe it was 2 days ago. And adding Green Bay to the top five actually does make sense. They have a solid quarterback, they got a solid running back, they have a solid offensive line, solid defensive line. Just overall, Green Bay is a very solid team, and they're a force to be reckoned with in the NFC North. The Steelers, I'm surprised the Steelers are there. I don't know if the Steelers are there because of Aaron Rodgers or if the Steelers are there because the Steelers are just there. I wouldn't put the Steelers in my top 10. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. They didn't impress me enough last year with multiple quarterbacks. Then adding old Aaron Rodgers to there after he didn't really have any good season last year. And then the year before that, he had the Achilles injury. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to look like. We didn't see him in the preseason. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be good or it's not. Mike Tomlin, on the other hand, Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season as a head coach. Over a decade, never had a losing season. I would say that was the number one reason why, if they're going to be in the top 10, it's because of the coach, not because of any other particular players, in my opinion. Number 7, Washington. That makes sense. Jaden Daniels, he had a very good breakout rookie season. They re-signed Terry McLaurin, and they just got a solid team. Washington's got a solid team, y'all. I know we're not used to that for the most part, but Washington's solid. I think they can go far. You got somebody who played an MVP caliber last year and probably would have been the MVP if his team would have been better. The Bengals defense is horrible. I can't put them in my top 10 because the Bengals defense is horrible. And unless they prove it to me, I feel like the Bengals defense is not going to be where we need it to be. I think it's just not going to be there. Number 9. No problem, Classic. No problem. Pop in when you're ready. Number 9, we're going to go to the Detroit Lions. I would have replaced number 5 with number 9, in my opinion. They didn't lose very much. They lost an offensive coordinator, but they didn't lose their head coach. Ben Johnson is over in Chicago now coaching the Bears. So they might get a bump on the offensive side because he's an offensive guru. But I really wouldn't have put the Lions this far down, especially behind their division rivalry with the Green Bay Packers. Number 10 is the Chargers. Just an overall solid team. Keelan Allen's back over there with Justin Herbert. They got a solid head coach in Jim Harbaugh, and I think that they're going to go far. Dark horse team right here is one of my favorites. Is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I got a couple teams I like in the league. Everybody knows I'm not just a one team guy, and for the people that get upset about that, it is what it is. I'm just not a one team guy. I got my hometown team. I got the teams that I've been affiliated and loved. I have the teams that I like to watch because of I like to watch football. Once again, pass out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean, for showing up and showing out the way y'all do. So we're gonna move past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and obviously Baker Mayfield's. I feel like he's gonna have a breakout season this year. We're gonna go to LA. LA, as always, LA Rams. They're good. They're a good team. I wouldn't say they were a great team right now, but I think they're good. Texans, I really don't have too much to say about them. And CJ Stroud, I think they're going to be all right. I probably wouldn't have put Cardinals towards the back, to be honest. They got Kyler Murray, but they do have Marvin Harrison Jr., which is good. J.J. McCarthy is probably going to be good in Minnesota, guys. I liked J.J. McCarthy when he was at Michigan. I liked him. So I feel like he's going to lead that team and add a new era to Minnesota. Denver with Bo Nix, decent team. I'd put them above the Arizona Cardinals, though, to be honest. The Bears, I know y'all are going to hate me, all my Chicagoans. Y'all are going to hate me for saying this, but the Bears haven't impressed me at all. They just haven't. It's like they had good preseasons the last 4 or 5 years, and the preseason football of the Chicago Bears doesn't really mean anything to me. They do all right. They do good in the preseason, and then the season they'll drop they'll drop 4 or 5 just to open it, or they'll win the first 4 and then lose the next 7. So it's San Francisco, goes Cortez Sr., whoop, 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 and all his friends and all of that good stuff. Brock Purdy's a solid quarterback. I think he's proved himself after being Mr. Irrelevant. Which, if y'all don't know what Mr. Irrelevant actually means, in football terms, Mr. Irrelevant is the very last person picked in the draft. After all the rounds have gone through, I believe there were 7 or 8 rounds in that draft. After all the rounds have gone through, Brock Purdy was the last guy picked. And usually the last guy picked doesn't even make the team. He gets cut during training camp. But Brock Purdy was the diamond in the rough. This guy's actually won playoff games and made it to a Super Bowl. So you got to go ahead. And I would put the 49ers probably where I would put the Texans. I would move down Arizona. So I put the 49ers at 13, and I move Arizona probably. I put Arizona probably in the last 5. They haven't impressed me at all. Dallas Cowboys. I know, but they're good where they are right there. I'd leave them right at 19. They have a bunch of stars, guys. They have a bunch of stars. They have a beautiful stadium. They have a whole lot of money, and there's a lot of hype surrounding that team right now. Dak Prescott he has to win this year, so I don't think that he's taking this very lightly. Dak Prescott has to win because there are a lot of hungry quarterbacks that are playing number 2 right now somewhere else, or 12, if you know what I'm saying. Jacksonville. This is a dark horse team. Jacksonville's a dark horse team. I'm gonna go and say Jacksonville's probably gonna move up in the power rankings after about week 3. If they can show people what they're really about, they're gonna move up in the power rankings after week 3. Seahawks. I don't know where the Seahawks are gonna be at yet. Their quarterback struggles are pretty well known. They got some new guys in there. I'm not even gonna mention it. Same thing with the Patriots. Just a team that'll be consistent. Probably good. We'll see where they go from there. They've had a bunch of new quarterbacks too. They keep drafting new people and trying to make guys stars, and we're going to see what they can do. I feel like the Raiders might have an additional shot. They've loaded up on talent, if you guys haven't noticed. But again, the Raiders. I think that the reason that the Dolphins are so low is because they've had a quarterback health issue, as you guys are well aware of. Yeah, Jacksonville didn't draft well. They went for selling jerseys. You're right about that, Souls. Jacksonville did not draft well. They tried to sell jerseys, and I don't blame them for trying to sell jerseys. I don't blame them at all for trying to sell jerseys, but they didn't really draft all that well. I think that's why I said they're a dark horse team. They do got some talent. I think Trevor Lawrence has got some ability in there that he hasn't even unleashed yet. We'll see. We'll see where they're gonna go. I can't talk any crap about them other than they did not have a good draft. They had some good signings though. I'll say that they had some good signings. They just didn't have a good draft. I would put them below the Seahawks. I'd put them below the Raiders even, to be honest. Atlanta is one of those teams where it's just like, man, when are y'all gonna do something? They got talent. They have talent. They have a talented young quarterback. They have a talented tight end, a couple receivers. They got a decent defense. The Giants might surprise everybody. They got 3 quarterbacks in there that can really sling that football. And Jackson Dart is a star waiting to emerge. So we're gonna see. The Jets, I don't know about the Jets, y'all. I don't know. Justin Fields got to show me something. I know he's got it in him. I've seen greatness from Justin Fields, both in college at Ohio State and at the NFL level in both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields can play football. The thing is, where is Justin Fields' head during the game at? Sometimes his decision-making just isn't there. He can throw. Sometimes he has accuracy issues, but the man can throw. I mean, we've seen a lot of gunslingers, that can throw the football, but his accuracy is going to be his biggest challenge and decision making. And I'm not saying that he can't do it because we've seen him do it. We've seen him go to the national championship game. We've seen him in the precursor to the national championship game, the national championship semifinal, throw 6-7 touchdowns. You know what I mean? We know he can do this. We've seen him have incredible games in Chicago. Remember the water game where he's sliding around on the field and all of that? He was fantastic. He's fantastic. We'll see what's going to happen. Carolina, I don't know, man. Y'all got torched by Shador with the first team defense got torched by Shador, and then you seen how his second game went. Do I think that was by design? I do, but Carolina hasn't really left anything for me to believe in at the moment. Indianapolis has got a lot of problems right now. They just benched their draft pick quarterback Richardson, and I don't think they know what they're doing, to be honest. Same thing with Tennessee. They got a quarterback carousel there. Same thing, quarterback. Yeah, these last 4 or 5 teams, 6 teams, if you look at it, all have quarterback carousels. I'd say everybody through 20, 23, 25, 25, all the way down to 32 is quarterback carousel teams. We're going to see where those teams line up after week 2. We'll see where those teams line up after week 2. If they can do something after week 2, then we'll see what's going to happen. So I'm going to give Classic some time to get in here, guys. Y'all can ruminate on how you feel about that on like in the chat, in my comments. If you guys want to DM me about what you think about it, then we'll talk about some more football later on. But, as of right now, this is where it stands at. We got the week starting. We got the football week starting in a couple of days. And we're going to see where everybody shakes out. I believe the first game is the Chargers and the September 5th. Yeah, the Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs on YouTube free. So everybody's going to be able to watch it. I think that what we'll do is we'll go to a talk since we're waiting on Classic. And we will do early in today, we'll do a random story time. Y'all down for a random story time? We'll do, since the title is date night, we'll do a date night story time. Haven't watched these, so all disclaimers. Don't know what these people are going to say when we watch it. So we don't know what these people are going to say when we watch these, okay? Nothing. We have no idea. All right. Here we go, y'all. Let's hear from a dude this time.
I got rejected last night at the club. So this girl tells me, yo, pull up to this bar. Me and my friends are there. You know me. I don't really mind a 1-on-3, 1-on-4 scenario. So I get there and I offer her a drink. Now, guys,
whoa. Okay. So for starters, he gets to the date spot and she has 2 or 3 friends with her while she's on the date night. Hey, chat, let me know. Has any of y'all gone on a date and on the date she brought her friends with her? How did you feel about that if that happened? Like when you asked her on a date, you thought that she was coming alone, right? Do you feel as if her bringing her friends diminishes the quality of the date or shows that she's not truly as interested as she may have seemed when you asked her out? I mean, I kind of want some opinions here because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different ways that people can look at this. I mean, in my opinion, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, we'll watch some more of this before I decide what my opinion is. Let's watch a little bit more. It's only a minute long.
Let's attention to this. I'm at the bar, right? I'm ordering the drink. There's plenty of space for her to be next to me, and she's not. She's legit like 3 steps behind me. So it made me feel like that sucker at the bar who buys girls drinks. That feeling hit me, and I was.
So if you guys have never been out, which I'm sure that most people who are watching, y'all have been out before. And if you haven't, I feel sorry for you. Going out, can be fun. It does have its uses, and there are things that you can do, and learn just by being around other people in that type of a setting. I feel like when you go on a date, you want to bring your best self. That's usually what happens when you go on a date. You bring your best self. The best version of you is able to come out. You want to see the best version of them. That's how you reel them in, right? You try to hook them with the best version of yourself. Unless you're just somebody who likes to keep it 100 all the time. And there's a lot of us out there that just like to keep it 100 all the time. We just like to be ourselves no matter what. There's nothing wrong with that either. It's just that for some people, they usually try to bring out the best version of themselves when they go on a date with anybody. And who can blame them for that? So this guy is saying that he went and purchased drinks for all of her friends because she brought 3 friends with her, 2-3 friends with her. And it's him there. And he got 1 friend on this side, 1 friend on this side, she in the middle, and he's over here somewhere, all the way in the corner somewhere. Kind of makes it hard to interact with her when she's insulated like that, right? You notice the wording that I'm using here, insulation. You know what happens when you're insulated? You get an echo chamber of thoughts. No outside thoughts are able to penetrate that impenetrable dome that she has surrounded. She's walled in on all sides. And guess what? I bet she brought some chunks with her. Or for some of us who like, the saying, she might have brought some tortas with her. You know what I'm saying? She might have done a little bit of that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's just listen to it. Let's just listen to a little bit more. Let's see what's going on.
It's like, yo, if this girl was into me, she'd be right here, hip to hip, ask me how my night was, etc.
Total facts. Total facts, in my opinion. I think that's undisputed.
I get the drink. She grabs it, quickly starts sipping it down, doesn't even say thank you. I'm like, all right, we're off to a rough start. Oh. I get back to the section that they're at, and they go, hey, stay here and watch our stuff. We're going to go dance.
Whoa.
And now I'm being ordered around like some type of servant. Now, half of me wanted to leave.
So he's the coat check guy. He's the drink buying guy. And he's the facilitator right now. You, sir, have been suckered. Mind you, how we do story time. I might change my mind about this in a second, but let's see what's going on here.
Right then and there. Then she looks at me and goes, come on, like, just screw the table. Come over, hang out with us. So I'm grooving. I'm trying to have a good time and just ignore all the BS that's been happening. Then she goes, I'm going to the bathroom. Can you hold my drink?
So she invited him over with them. Okay, so maybe that's a little bit of redemption. She had to get a little bit of girl time in because she invited them, but she is trusting him with her drink, right? Like, you know, if she's trusting you with your drink and her belongings, she's going to come back, and that means that, you know, she might feel safe around you. So maybe I judged a little bit prematurely. You know, it's only a couple seconds left. Let's hope that we can keep that one and not feel the other way.
No worries. Grab her drink, and I'm sitting on the dance floor by myself for like 10 minutes. This girl walks out the bathroom, walks right by me, and goes back to the bar, and she's like by herself. At this point, she's like one of the hottest girls in the whole club. A guy walks up on her. And I can tell she's somewhat disinterested, but she still gives the guy her Instagram. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. And I walked out and left her there.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what happened here. And I'm going to break that down. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened here. She ain't interested, bro. She's just not interested. She wanted to have a time out with her friends. You know, you invited her out. That gave them a reason to come out. And they got to enjoy themselves on your dollar. And they got to have a really good time on you. So you did a really good job, Mr. Facilitator. Bet you he won't do that again. Okay, y'all, without further ado, I want to introduce y'all, who y'all already know this guy because he introduced me so many times. The Classic Codes. Let's bring him up. What's up, class?
What up, Cortez? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I don't know if you caught a little bit of the story time, but you got any ideas on that?
Yeah, I caught it. Yeah, he should have just followed his gut. You know what I'm saying? When he got there and he saw what it was, he should have been like, you know what? I'm cool. Y'all have a good evening. She was already there with a support system. She would have been just fine. Dudes oftentimes feel a little too guilty about having to reject women. They'll break your heart or hurt your feelings in a heartbeat. Won't think twice about it and make a joke about your ass later. So, you know, stop feeling so bad, you know what I mean, and keep it where you kept it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he kept it 100. I think he put it the way that it should go. He didn't act a fool. He didn't get in her face. You know, he didn't do none of that crazy stuff. You know, he just decided that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this ride, and that's just the way that it's gonna be. I'm not gonna talk to her no more. And the fact that like she gave somebody else some contact information. We all know that IG is the new dating app. You know, IG is the new social app. Like all of y'all on Tinder and all of y'all on all that other stuff. No, it's IG. If you really want to make the connection, you're gonna do it on IG. That's just how everybody is doing it these days. You know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't. I'm not buying the drinks for all of them. You buying the drinks for all the girls when you came in and saw that after you invited her on a solo date?
No, I'm damn near not buying hers.
Nah, yeah. I mean, if it was me, to be honest, if it was me, she lucky that that he stayed. He over here holding coats. Okay, so this brings us into, which is kind of good that we found a random story time like that. But this brings us into what I like to call the question of the day. Do people who set dates need to talk throughout the week? And how much talking is too much? We're going to ask Classic. Let's spotlight this man real quick. Hold on, we're going to bring Classic up. Spotlight him. How we do that? We try to figure him out real quick. Here we go.
Click the gray box. Gray box in the left corner of my screen.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, Classic.
What's good, man? What we talking?
So the question is, do people who set dates need to talk throughout the week? And how much is too much or not enough?
I mean, okay, narrow it down a little more. We going
All right,
out
so
when Friday?
I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay, we'll run from the scenario.
Okay, bet. Yeah.
So you meet Shorty. Let's say you meet Shorty at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. You meet her at the grocery store. You might have seen her 2 times at the grocery store before, but the third time you see her, you know, y'all in the bread aisle together. Y'all trying to decide which bread to get. You see that she get the right bread. She's not getting the white bread. You know, she's trying to get something that's gonna go through her system real quick and not sit up with all that starch, right? And so you talk to her, y'all strike it up, and you say, "Hey, you do live in the area, blah blah blah." You know, all that small talk. She said, "Yeah, blah blah blah." Y'all exchange information, however you do it, and then you say, "Okay, well, you know what you got going on Saturday?" She
What
said,
day is what day is it now? What day is it?
It's Monday.
Okay, it's Monday. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
And you say, "Hey, I like going to Chicago Sky games. You know, let's go to a Chicago Sky game. They playing their biggest rival, the Indiana Fever." And she say, "Okay, well, you know, I love me some Caitlin Clark and some Angel Reese action. I watch that. I'm gonna see you." So y'all text the first day because y'all just met each other, blah 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 blah, and then you tell her, "All right, I'll see you on Saturday."
Yeah.
So let's say you don't say nothing to her until Saturday morning. "Hey, what's up? What's going on? Where you want me to pick you up at, or you just want to meet me over here?" Blah blah blah, and then she comes at you and says, "You ain't say nothing to me all week."
Yeah.
"What do you mean?" And you said, I told you that's what we was doing on Saturday." Is it wrong to save it for the date?
Yeah, it's wrong. Monday to Saturday is crazy. Monday to Saturday is a long time for no communication at all. You need to. I'm gonna have some type of buffering conversation between. And first off, I mean, your scenario is cool, but I'm not even going to a WNBA game for no first date. Like, I'm not starting like that, bro. The first date gonna be next to free. If it's not free, it's gonna be damn near free. You know what I mean? I believe in mutual investment. You know what I mean? If we both chipping in to experience each other and find out if we like each other, then I can step across the line and start doing all the extra shit. You got to think about it as a man dating. If you're dating around, that shit can get excessively expensive just finding out that you don't like chicks or finding out that they don't like you. You know what I feel? You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but just to stay on your scenario though, from Monday to Saturday is wild. Like at least like a Thursday tap in, you straight. Like just some type of tap in on Thursday. Yeah, like a tap in on Thursday. "Hey, how you doing? I hope you well. How's your week been?" She respond, boom, boom, boom. "Okay, well, you know, Saturday, I look forward to seeing you. You know, just making sure we're still on. Nothing's come up. Woo, woo, woo." She, "Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you too." You maybe do some type of pleasantry. Let her know, "Hey, I got us some jerseys for the game. You know, so you don't have to worry about what to wear," nice. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that, I'm just following your scenario. I'm not doing that shit for no first date, but just following your scenario. Yeah, I'm not doing that for no first date. Yeah, hell no. Nah.
So okay. So the reason I asked this question goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
If she ain't talking to you all week,
yeah,
ain't no date Saturday.
Yeah, it go both ways for sure. Somebody need to be tapping in with like. Y'all should definitely be tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't got to be every day. Like, if you just got somebody's number on Monday, to start talking to them every day from there is crazy.
I would say so. Unless there's like, you know, there's always fine lines of when that's okay, but it ain't often.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different because people be exchanging Instagram. So, like, if you get somebody Instagram instead of their number, right? Then you might do a little dabbling. They're going to dabble through your page. You're going to dabble through theirs. It's normal shit, right? And then you may start to interact with a story post or something like that. Or you may start shooting them reels. That's a form of like contact, but it's not really communication, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I think some level of like actual intentional communication should take place within a couple of days from acquiring the information. Especially if y'all,
normally, right?
Yeah, it just depends. Like, depending on how busy you are, depending on how busy they are. It may not work like that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, it should be intentional. Right. Probably within a couple of days, especially if y'all set a date. Like, it's not often you meet somebody and set a date the day that you meet them. That's not often. Normally you get their contact information, and then through the contact, you schedule a date later. Most often.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, for the people that we do have people that come in now that aren't familiar with any of us, like, or not, I shouldn't say me, but people that came, from my geosphere. I want you to introduce yourself a little bit. Tell them about your show. Tell them what you got going on. Putting you up front. There you go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, I'm classic with the classic codes. Y'all see it in the backdrop. Make sure y'all tap in with my channel. I got the classic codes on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. And then I got classic code sports on YouTube. So make sure y'all subscribe to all my channels. Turn on the notifications. I drop a lot of content. I stream every day. As y'all see, I'm live right now with y'all. So just make sure y'all tap in. That's it.
All right. All right. Okay. So what we gonna do next is I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for the longest.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this one for the longest. I'm about to introduce everybody to all of our spheres to Daphne Sutton. If y'all don't know who Daphne Sutton is, for the last couple of years, Daphne has gone by the name the Queen of Accountability.
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yes. The Queen of Accountability. Daphne, I call her Underground Batwoman. You know what I'm saying? Dark Horse Batwoman. Okay. No, nobody saw her coming when she came, but she got there. So we're gonna watch somebody break down one of Daphne's interactions on the internet, and then we're gonna go to her page and see how she gets down, and then we're gonna talk about it. Sound good, brother? Sound good? All right, let's go ahead.
Let's get it.
Happen.
When trying to come after the Queen of Accountability backfires in your face, fool. Watch this. So I was just scrolling on Celebrity, Daphne, Queen of Accountability, Instagram page, looking for the next text receipt. Make sure y'all follow her. Y'all see it up there at the top. When I came across something just as entertaining, turns out this woman reached out to Daphne because she needed some assistance getting her bills paid. Her rent was due and she was a little short on cash. And Daphne, doing the best that she can to help as many people as she can, was ready to hear her out. But let's see how this turned out. Y'all ready? So it starts with the woman saying, Daphne, I need your help. I'm going through a mental issue. Daphne responds, hello, before you proceed, are you having suicidal thoughts? The woman responds back, no, not at all, sis. Just going through a lot mentally. Daphne responds back, how can I help you? Are you looking for coaching services? The woman says, no, I am in a bad way. I have 2 kids and my hours been cut short this month. I'm a waitress. I need help paying my August rent.
Whoa. Before we take this thing any farther, she didn't reach out to her for the type of help that Daphne gives people, did she?
Nah, she needed some bread.
She asking for money.
Yeah, she needed some bread.
You ever had a random person on the internet? We're going to say person because we being nice right now. Just for now. So that was our niceness coins we just deposited. We deposited some kindness today. It's not going to last. I'm letting y'all know that right now. It's not going to last. So if you ever had a random person hit you up and ask you for some like you don't talk to them, you don't even really know them like that. They hit you up, bro, could you help a brother out? Can you help a sister out?
Yeah.
Like,
I've had that happen.
A story or they keep it 100? Like, I just ain't got it, so I'm asking you for it.
I've had females just flat out just ask, like, just say hi to you real kindly via DM. You say what's up back and shit. They don't really generate too much conversation. They just ask like, can you cash at me for blah 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 blah? You know what I'm saying? I'm something. They might give like a piece of not even a story, just like a quick ass concise excuse as to why they bread tied up or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I'm very frugal, bro. So I'm barely spending money on people I would die for. Like, I'll take a bullet for you before I spend some like heavy money on you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. So I'm not sending no strangers no bread, let alone damn near nobody I'm tight with. So yeah, I just feel like, it can impact relationships. It need to be it need to be small change, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not sending. But I'm not sending. I'm not sending a rando a dime though.
She ain't hit you with the, if you broke, just say that.
Nah, she didn't shame me. You know what I'm saying? I was respectful. I was just like, hey, I you know, I don't do things like that for women that I'm not dealing with in a certain type of way. So, you know, respectfully, I'm gonna have to decline. You know what I'm saying? Your request. That's it. And she was just like, I understand. Woo. That was it. Nah, she ain't throw no shame my way. Cause if you asking me to cash app you for whatever it is you asking me to cash app you for, how could you financially shame me and you asking me to hold something? It don't work like it doesn't work.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it don't
All
work.
right.
Yeah.
So I want to see where the rest of this goes.
Daphne responds back, you have 2 kids. You can get rental assistance easy. How do you expect me to help? The woman responds back, you helped my friend Jamila with diapers and gas, remember? She referred me to you. You helped my friend Jamila with diapers and gas, right? What does that tell you? Daphne does indeed help women when needed, right?
Yeah. I would say so.
Daphne responds back, yes, diapers and gas. I received small donations at that moment. And then Daphne proceeds to ask her, what's the name of the restaurant you work at? The woman responds, why?
Ooh.
Daphne responds back,
Hold on. So she told her the sob story, right? And she listened to the sob story. And then she said, you helped my friend out. And so Daphne asked her, she said, hey, where do you work at? Like, I want to know where you work at. Basically, so she could come and patronize her, right? Not patronize, but, you know, patronize as in go in, buy some food, and leave her a nice tip. That's what I'm thinking. That's
not what the message says, though. It says here that, you know, if Jamila referred you, she would have told you that I verify. So what's the restaurant so I can confirm? That's what I'm seeing that's next in the thread where she asked her why. So she's trying to verify that the story is the story before she offers any assistance. The fact that she even taking it this far, though, let you know that she's willing to be of some sort of assistance. Because if it was no, it probably would have been no a while ago. She's still vetting her.
She answering her. Paragraphs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with vetting people, in my opinion.
If Jamila referred you, she would have told you, I verify. So what's the name of the restaurant? So I can confirm your story. The woman responds back, this what you call helping? Ooh. Not trusting someone, but didn't you say you don't scam people? But you asking me for my job? For what? I'm asking for help with rent, not a job.
Oh, so she thought that she was trying to make her go to work.
No, yeah.
We gonna keep it going.
The audacity of that message. Let me move this over some. The audacity of that response. I mean, don't you realize, for one, Daphne doesn't know you. For two, you're never to trust any story that somebody tries to throw at you when they say they're in need. For three, what are you getting at saying that this woman is scamming when you're the one asking her for something? You're the one trying to get money out of her.
She asked her.
Daphne responds back, people lie about jobs they work at every day. This is how I help, by making sure it checks out. I will call the job and ask for you, that's all. I also need to see the lease. What do you have saved so far? Exactly right. She is going to verify your story. If you know Daphne, then you know this is what she does.
You can't be asking somebody for something and then get mad when they ask you what you need it for, and then they want proof that you're about to use whatever you're gonna give them, because it sounds like Daphne want to help her.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, she wants to help her.
Yeah.
She's not asking for no reason.
She's just trying to verify.
Yeah, like if she asking for $3,000, she's trying to make sure she's gonna use that $3,000 on her place and saving her kid, and not going to, you know, Turks and Caicos.
Exactly.
Bahamas, Mexico.
She's trying to make sure the story is what the story is.
That's fair, in my opinion.
I agree.
She's gonna verify everything that you are telling her. so that she can make sure that she's not the one being scammed. You're coming at somebody who is in the position to help people. Whether it hurts them or not financially, they should not be just handing stuff out to people without verifying first that they are actually in need of the handout.
Agreed.
You shouldn't get upset about that unless you are indeed a scammer yourself. The woman responds back, my lease, and you want to verify my job? That is hella weird. No, what's weird, sweetheart, is you're asking a complete stranger for their money, either money that's coming out of their pocket or the organization or business that they have created. On top of that,
what was the code language on that? Entitlement?
Yeah, manipulation too.
Manipulation, entitlement.
It's a lot going on here. Narcissism. It's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's starting to get thick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's already thick. No puffy.
Expecting to receive this monetary gain just because of the fact that you asked for it. That's weird. Daphne hits this woman with a screenshot from this woman's page. That reads, the rain didn't stop me from seeing Queen B.
Hey, Tez, make sure you checking your comments, gang.
She went to the Beyonce concert.
All right, let me go ahead and look at them right now.
They trying to be active with you, but
I didn't see him popping up. All right, we're gonna take a break for the comments real quick. We got you make it. Yes, make story short now. From Souls of Thought. Yes, because we see what's happening. We said, man, y'all moved off the Q&A too quick. My bad, Souls. I didn't see it pop up because I had the banners up. I'm still getting used to looking at comments. You know, I went from, you know, not ever looking at the comments because I had Mikey to now I'm looking at it by myself. So I'm getting used to it. He said, I don't even acknowledge them, the people in the inbox. Why not, Souls? Why you don't acknowledge the people in the inbox, Souls? Let me know.
Shit, because the answer is no.
The answer is immediately no.
The answer is no, champ. I ain't got it.
It's not happening.
It's ugly for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop with her story right now, and we're gonna talk about what we see on the screen right now.
Yeah.
So she went and found most recently that she posted that nothing stopped her from going to see Queen B. Nothing stopped her from going to see Queen B, classic.
Mm-hmm.
So them diapers and that rent at that waitressing job that she got, she used all the money that she was making to go see the Queen.
Who is Queen B?
Beyonce knows, in their opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what she said. She at the concert. She posted a live video that she was letting everybody know that she made it to Beyonce. But saying it's weird that somebody want to verify her employment and her lease.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people got to shoot their shot. You know, you miss all the shots you don't take. She reached out to a celebrity, was able to get this far into a conversation, trying to see if she could finesse a play. You know, seemed like if she had some false paperwork or something, or somebody at the establishment that she claimed she worked at who could pick up that phone call and fake like she worked there, she would have had the bread. She was almost there. She just wasn't able to get over the rest of the scam. That's all.
She couldn't finish the finesse.
Hey man, hey, listen. She tried. If you've never been scammed before, you wasn't trying. I've been scammed before. I was trying. I knew. Okay. Folks say he could turn this 100 in the goddamn. You feel me? He could turn this 100 into, you feel me? All alleged for content creation purposes and entertainment. Folks say he could turn this 100 into a little quick 600 for me. Shit, on the low. Am I willing to lose this 100 to see if he really got to play? Or, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't been scammed before, you wasn't trying. I've been scammed before.
I've been scammed before too.
But I knew it. I knew it when I was getting scammed. I had to see. I have a
theory about myself. Okay, so I'm not saying that I'm a mark because I'm definitely not. I know you're not either.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not a mark. Every once in a while, I gotta turn on some HBO. Every once in a while, I need live HBO, and that's what I call it. I call it live entertainment. Like right in front of me, live entertainment. I'm gonna see what this do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the story. I heard the pitch. I don't believe in the pitch at all. It might just be a good time in my life, and I might just be and we're gonna talk about this later, maybe at a later date, most likely. But sometimes you just bored. Sometimes you might be bored, and sometimes you might be caked up, especially if you on your grind, and you say, "What's $50?"
Yep. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what this 50 gonna do? And you got two options. This 50 gonna either, pay for YouTube Premium, or this 50 gonna make me 250, 350, 450, 500.
Whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is.
Let's see what it's gonna do. Or, bro, I really need this. I'm gonna pay you back. Okay, cool. $50, $50 for your friendship. All right. Like, we gonna see how much it's worth, right? Let's see if you value this
$50 for your friendship is crazy.
Bro, let's see if he valued this $50 or this friendship. We gonna find out. We gonna find out today. You know what? I needed to do some spring cleaning anyway, right? I've been thinking about it like I needed to do some cleaning anyway. Let's see what's going on here. Sometimes I'm surprised because it'd be some people that I didn't have no faith in at all. And they turn up in ways that I didn't expect them to turn up and show out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the game that we in right now. With the support and everything like that, it'd be some people that I wasn't expecting to say something. It'd be some people that I wasn't expecting to do something. It'd be some people that show up when I wasn't expecting nobody to show up, and they showed up.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, man. It'd be like that. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it really do. I kind of want to see how they got into it. You down? You want to see if they get into it?
Let's do it.
I like HBO. I like HBO.
Let's do it.
I went to the Beyonce concert. Those tickets ain't cheap. From the looks of it, even if she zoomed in, I would assume those seats that she paid for, it's probably $400 before taxes and fees, just for one seat. Daphne responds back, "You lying, that's why. You was at Beyonce concert. Inbox Beyonce and have her help, since that was more important than a roof over your head.
Inbox Beyonce.
Have a good day." I know that's right. Either this woman makes bad financial decisions or she's lying about needing the money. Which one is it? The woman responds back, "You stalking my Insta? Whoa, you're evil." How does that make somebody evil? I'm pretty sure you do the same thing to Daphne here. "I bought the tickets in advance when I had the money to do it. Now you're judging me?" When you had the money to do it, huh?
Whoa. Hold on. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go to Daphne in a minute. But Classic.
Yeah.
She said, "I bought the tickets when I had the money to do it." So what you're telling me is that she had no foresight for her future.
I don't think it was that, bro. I mean, think about the state of the economy as it is. Most people aren't really financially disciplined or literate, for that matter. So, I mean, her behavior is in alignment with what the majority would be doing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not really shocked that somebody spent some bread on shit. I mean, how old is this person? You know what I mean?
I didn't go to
nigga, bro, I definitely didn't spend some money on a trip that I shouldn't have spent before in my life. For sure. We not gonna act like everybody's just gonna walk a perfect walk. Now, at the same time, I didn't DM a celebrity to try to get my bread up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But I'm just saying, like, the decision making is not shocking to hear. We're missing some context. If this is a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, I mean, that's par for the course, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be, right? I mean, we should have some of these courses in the schools, so when people start actually making some sources of income, they know how to put their check up, how to break their check up to have financial, freedom in front of them. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So if we talking about the world that we live in, I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised that she begging.
I got a special treat for you today, Classic. So y'all are well aware that Classic and his constituents, the rawest chat on YouTube.
Chat 333, man. Drop them threes in the chat, man.
The rawest chat on YouTube. All streaming spaces, not just YouTube, but all streaming spaces, making content, inspiring others, and bringing back the brotherhood. And now the sisterhood. I want y'all to go to, and I'm gonna introduce to y'all. Hey, I'm gonna let the chat know already. If y'all not used to what we do, we don't do certain things. But this is one of my favorite people on earth, my favorite streamer. I've been subscribed to them since they started streaming. I was the first person they asked about streaming, and they have eclipsed me in numbers because they are much more dedicated and consistent than I was over the last 2 years. This is one of the homies. Y'all call her Leanston. Welcome to the show, Leanston.
How's it going? Sorry to interrupt you guys.
as we always do, before further ado, I want you to introduce yourself. I'm putting you in the big head mode. Introduce yourself.
Oh. All right. No pressure. Hi, everybody. I'm Lee. Leanston's my gamer tag. Really just Kimberly, if you guys want to be chill with me. I stream 2K mainly, Call of Duty, that kind of thing, but just chill vibes. I'm here for you though. So
Thank you. All right. So you're gonna be on what I call the final segment, because we already did the random video of the day. That was a little bit crazy, but you're gonna be on the final segment of the day. Okay. We're gonna look at threads. I've never seen a streamer. I've never seen a talking head or a personality look at threads. Everybody goes to the X. Everybody goes to the TikTok. We're going to look at threads today. We the first ones, y'all. So classic, Lee. We the first ones. We the first ones.
Let's get it.
Everybody else did it. They don't count because I ain't see it. All right. So we're gonna go to the person we've been talking about, which is which is funny because, hey, guess what, Lee? It's a show called The Queen's Codes that we've been looking for the right people to show up on. I think this might be a nice little tryout. And we got the judge right next to us, the judge and the jury themselves. What else? Skills did it. He was the first one. He was the first one. So said, hey, we on the slopes, y'all. All right, so we go. Man, so I love me some souls, man, for real, bro. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this going right now, and let's go to it. We go.
Can you save some time at the end of this for the fantasy draft talk? I need to pop my shit. Yeah,
yes, sir. Anything for you. All right, so we're gonna read it first, and then we're gonna read what she got to say. Let's see what this is. She said, "My date last night was a complete disaster. We went to this new seafood place, and he told me to order whatever I wanted. We talked about life, shared drinks. I even hinted that I wanted him to spend the night. Hinted. She didn't say she wanted him to. She kind of just hinted at it. It's like, oh, you know what you're doing later type of thing. Then the bill came, $263. He turns to me and he says, can you leave the tip just 15% in cash? About $40. She said, excuse me, the audacity to invite me out, pick the place, and then expect me to cover the tip on top of that. I was so disgusted, I told him we'd have to save our romantic night for another time. Added blank, blank, blank on the T app late last night. Never again, ladies. Okay. Before we go into this breakdown here, I got to ask a couple of questions. And I'm gonna spotlight Miss Leanston first. Leanston, how would you feel if you took a man with you on a date? Y'all met together, you was having a good time, you invited him back to your palace, your wonderful studio that you got over there, and then he asked you to leave the tip.
I don't know. When I go on a date with somebody, I'm going out with the expectation that like I'm going to be, unless he offers to pay for it, I'm going to be covering mine. So, but that's just me. Like, I'm not going to go out there, and if he offers to cover it, I'm not going to go out there and order the whole damn menu either. So I wouldn't feel any type of way about them expecting me to pay for the tip. I'd be thankful that he paid for my meal.
So you saying that as long as he paid for the meal,
I would be thankful that he paid for the meal. I wouldn't even expect that. I would pay him for my own half of the meal.
Well, on the topic of today is whose choice is it anyway, right? So did you go on the date expecting, when you get invited, I'm gonna ask you straight up, me to you, when somebody hits you up, usually in your chat or in your DMs, and says, hey, I would like to take you out. You're a nice young lady. I'm a nice young man, or whatever. Can I take you out on Friday? What do you expect?
I expect them to show me a good time.
Yeah, I mean, so when that bill come, what do you expect? If he asks you to pay the tip, how you feel?
Okay. So there's like so many. It's like a gray area. If you want me to just blatantly answer, if he told me to get anything I wanted, and then he gave me the check like that, I would kind of be a little shocked because you just told me to get whatever I want, which kind of implied that you were paying. That'd kind of be a little shocked. But I usually ask them kind of questions before that stuff pops up. Like if you ask me to go somewhere, I'm gonna be like, if I know my financial situation, I'm gonna be like, all right, what's going on? Like, are you paying for this, or do I need to have money set aside for this? I feel like as a woman in this day and age, you should make sure you're prepared for that kind of thing and not act so blindsided. This man just asked you to do something that costs $200 and you expected him to pay for it. He never said he was gonna. If he didn't say that, like if you go out with your friends, you don't expect the same thing. I don't know. I just feel like we put ourselves in some situations.
Okay, so if you go out with your friends, what's the difference between going out with your friends and going out with this dude you just met? I just want to know.
I mean, I'm expecting the man to show me a different side of him because he asked me out on a date and he's trying to get to know me romantically on a different level. That's not necessarily meaning that he owes me anything financially yet. He don't even know me yet.
Okay, so you know, so you're saying that he doesn't owe you anything financially, but he doesn't know you, but he also invited you out, so he should be prepared for that.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm not gonna say if he's not, but what I'm saying is if he's not prepared, I'm not getting myself into a situation that I wouldn't be okay with. Like, I'll be able to cover the check. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out with you again.
No, not the check. The tip.
But I'm respectfully going to be able to cover it, you know?
Like, and I mean this in no derogatory or double talking terms, just the tip.
That's fine.
Okay. Class, was he out of line?
No, she was out of line. And you know, God freed him of that woman. You know what I mean? God saved him from that woman, from that horrific experience that he was gonna have coming down the line had he, continued to see her.
What is the T app?
The T app is an app that women post men on to share, either to see if they go on to see if a guy has some type of like a storied history, or women go on there to share their experiences with said guy so that other women in the dating market know the tea on this man.
So basically, an app for that old group. Are we dating the same guy?
Well, no, they made an app for all the women who want to stay single.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. If you going on the app looking to see if something wrong with somebody and you're not out here trying to have a genuine, connection and do things the old-fashioned way, because as much as we talk about tradition and the old-fashioned way was working. Nobody ever said the old-fashioned way was perfect. We just know it was working. It was a working recipe. This new shit that we trying out is showing not to work. It's proving not to work. Me, Cortez, I'm about results. What are the results? Everybody got a good idea. What's the results? You know what I mean? The results is the marriage rate declining, divorce rate increasing, the participation in the union of marriage, all that's going away. So the results are trash. You feel me? Like, and then we know, and that's cool for everybody. If we think about life on an individual level, then it sounds perfectly fine in conversation. But then when you look at how it affects things on a societal level, the fallout is more than what we can handle. You think about the nuclear family diminishing, but the population still increasing. You got about 20 years before you got a whole bunch of dysfunctional ass adults running around. So you take that how you want.
So I think there's something else behind this whole thing with the date, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be behind it. Why don't we go ahead and look at this real quick?
She just don't like them. She don't like them.
Okay, so we got 2 Long Island iced teas, $27.50. 1 shrimp appetizer, $15. 1 buffalo appetizer, they get full. We got 1 lobster manager special, $70. 1 catfish dinner, 2 Sprites, 2 red velvet cake, 4 shots of tequila, and 1 kid's meal to go. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to comment on that. So we got the kids' meal to go. So he didn't just go on a date with her. He also paid for her kids' dinner. Wait a minute. Did she say she wanted to invite him back to the crib? You inviting him back to a random man back to the house when your kid is at home?
That's about right. That's about right. So when she thought that he was covering all the expenses for the evening, she was prepared to give him some of that poom poom. That's how prostitution work.
Prostitution.
Yeah, I can't say the right. I ain't trying to get your account
Okay.
flag.
So
but that's
okay,
how. That's how,
like,
yeah. That's no. You know, you got to say it wrong so you don't get flagged.
Yeah.
That's how.
Like,
but that's how prostitution work. Yeah, like
okay.
she thought he was paying for everything, and she was ready to give up them draws. So she's a prostitute.
A prostitute.
And when he didn't cover the fee, you know what I'm saying, which would have been covering everything, including the gratuity. The services that she was going to provide are off the table. He couldn't. It's just like when you go in the club and you on your last 20, but the private dance is 35. She'll let you know, like, I can't take you in the back, but I could do a little something right here for you. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't afford. Okay. He didn't pay the whole fee, so he can't get the whole service. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lee, what you got? What you got for this breakdown?
I don't know. I think the girl's in the wrong from the beginning. It just don't make no sense. Honestly, the price of her kids' food alone covered the tip. So if you was gonna grab food for your baby anyway, that's like the same amount. I don't know. It don't make sense for her to be upset, especially going to the extent to put him on the T app. That don't make no sense at all.
I'm not trying to out you to your people, but do you go on the T app?
Okay, so when I heard about the T app, I got on the T app, but I don't go on it. I just went on to make sure none of my homeboys was on that thing. That's all I did. They hit me up. Yeah, I honestly, in looking at the comments on there, it's backfired on the girl so bad, because a lot of times they'll post somebody on there, and it'll be all these women in the comments like, is he single? Like, what's his name? Where can I add him at? Like, they're just going after these guys. They're like, some women are seeing like, okay, you fumbled. How do I get in contact with him? So it's really
okay.
backfired.
So basically, a lot of women are using this as a way to find guys
like Tinder.
Actually check them out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is we need if we're looking for some attention, make somebody put us on the app. Is what you're saying.
Honestly, no. Honestly, I know some people who have had people put them on the app just to see what people are going to say.
Is that? I think isn't that like thirst though?
It's yeah, interest, curiosity,
I mean,
thirst.
I can't be mad at somebody.
Not really like necessarily to see if people are going to reach out to them to want to date them, but to see what people are going to have to say about them, because it works like there's a like and a dislike feature for one. Like you have a green flags and red flags.
Oh,
so okay. It's not necessarily just for like, hey, I'm posting this guy because of whatever happened. People can then interact with it like another social media. Like, so they could be like, oh, that's my cousin. Like he's great. Or they could be like, oh, that's my ex. Or I seen him. He was my best friend, dated him for X amount of years, and whatever happened. Like people. So
it's not just slander. It's not just slander.
No, but some of it's just flat out lies.
Okay, all right.
Some of it is. It depends. Now, if you don't know, it's like you're taking it with a grain of salt. People can go on there for fun and comment under a bunch of people that they've never even met if they wanted to.
Okay.
Hey, Cortez, question for you. Do you think women who are wives or fit to be wives go on such an app? I mean, not saying out of curiosity, but I'm saying in general.
No, in general, no. Yeah, if they do, they have like a strong insecurity to somewhere that they need to figure out. They need to handle.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ready. Like, I don't think they're ready to be no wife.
My future wife not on the T app. For nothing. She not on.
It's like deliberately going through every little thing in your partner's phone when there's nothing.
Yep.
No, it's like that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all said it, so I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Y'all agree. Y'all agree.
Yeah, you check my phone, it's over regardless. Yeah, it's over.
Ain't no checking my phone.
They could check your phone. Believe that.
Good luck staying around after.
But they got something on TikTok shop for that. They can get in your phone, bro.
They're gonna be going after I find out.
Yeah, I know.
So we got, before I go in, because it's Daphne, y'all. Daphne, the queen of accountability, is back. She said, before I go in, I have a couple questions. Who ordered the lobster special? Who ordered the kids' meal to go? The person in question said me. Everybody ratio on her already, y'all. Unbelievable. So he made sure your kid ate and you ordered everything you wanted, but you blasted him on the app just because he asked you to reciprocate by covering the tip. Where exactly is this going? So this is long, y'all. This is long. I ain't gonna go into all of that. Y'all can go check out Daphne all you want to. But Daphne said, no one is forcing you to post your personal drama in private groups. If you're gonna do it, at least make sure your page is locked down so the public can't see it. And if you do post, don't spread lies or threaten people. Did she apologize? Yes. But is that enough? No. And Daphne said, I think about it. So this is some entertaining thought here. Not souls of thought, but some very entertaining thought. We're gonna go in here and see and talk to each other and see how we feel about this real quick. Okay. So I'm gonna let Classic start this one. Classic, what do you do if you find out that somebody you started talking to that approached you? This is all for entertainment purposes and content creation, y'all. Okay, please don't take this too seriously when we're talking about this, but also take it very seriously. What do you think about somebody if you find out they found you on an app?
Yeah. No, I just think God looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of God's favorites, man. I always believe it's happening for me, not to me. So if I find out a woman seen me on the T app and she's turned off by whatever it say on there, it's making her think twice about me. Don't think too long, just get on. You know what I'm saying? Move around. Don't think too hard. Go ahead. I don't even want nobody that's on the T app. So we not each other type. You know, sometimes rejection is protection. God be looking out for. Yeah, I ain't tripping.
I say that all the time. If it wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. I ain't about to cry about it.
Yeah, I don't be tripping. Yeah, but yeah, I just think in general, it's another form of just like another social media for people who gonna be perpetually single, like chronically single. Because you got to think about the psychology behind that, bro. You going on the app to see if something wrong, like you looking for something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not like women who trying to lock in with somebody 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be looking for something right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I, what's the app for that? What's the app to verify that somebody's a good human being? I don't see y'all going on LinkedIn. Check his LinkedIn. Get off the T app. Go to LinkedIn. See if he's straight on LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim, so as I'm scrolling through here, because y'all can't see what I'm scrolling through right now. So as I'm scrolling through here, I see there's also an additional app called T on Her. It's the same thing, except it's dudes posting chicks they dated, hookups they had, and this is disgusting. But this is real disgusting. But anyway, I'm not even showing that on this channel. But if you found out that somebody you was talking to had saw you on T on Her, and then basically, tracked you down like a super sleuth, how would you feel about that when you found out?
Did they know me before they found me?
No.
No. It's immediately cut off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's immediately cut off. There's no question on that. Now, if I knew them beforehand,
to the person and they put you on there, asking like you still engaging with the person, but they put you on there
no more.
trying to get a backstory about you. They trying to find out if you the one or not.
I'm not engaging no more.
What do we always say, Classic? What do we always say? They be so perfect in the chat. That's what. So what he doing is he trying to find out if that perfection that he found on any of the other sister channels, if that perfection is real. He's trying to find out from people that know. You're gonna get upset about that, right?
I would cut contact with them. I'd probably be upset in the moment, but I'm not gonna be upset about it for long. It is what it is. It's just not something I'm gonna put up with. What?
Yeah, they gotta go.
Yeah, no. No, absolutely not. Especially with me, because like me, I'm a very open book already. Like if you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not just gonna tell you the good stuff. I'm gonna tell you everything. So if you're going out and looking for something that I would have just told you, no.
All right, y'all. I mean, it's been a couple of days. You know what happens when it's been a couple of days? I feel it welling up in my soul right now. I feel it welling up in my soul right now, y'all. We just got a crash out alert, okay? I can't help myself right now. What the f is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all on these dumbass apps looking for people to talk shit about? Do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. If you really need to know that bad, then you need to be single. You really need to be single. Mm-hmm. I don't need to know nothing except what I see. I will evaluate her myself. You telling me your thinker is broken? You telling me the thumper is broken too? You can't feel that in your veins. Your testosterone ain't working right, bro. You only think with one head, not two. You need to go read a book. How about read The Art of War? Do something to help yourself. And girls, let me tell you, if he on the app anyway, you might not want him. If he's on the app, if you on the app, he shouldn't want you. I don't mean just browsing, not getting entertainment. I'm talking about if you spend your time sifting through these guys, and then you want to post up a guy you met because you like him, you looking for reasons for things to fail. And when you look for reasons for things to fail, you're gonna find one. Crash out's over. Crash out's over. If I look for a reason for something to not work, it ain't gonna work. Trust me, it could be the best thing in the world. It just won't, because I don't want it to. If that's why I'm looking. If you seek, you shall find.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm stealing this one. Can I get a 333 in the chat for if you seek, you will find? If you're looking for a good man, you will find one. If you're looking for a good woman, you will find one. But let me tell you, you ain't gonna find them in places where good women don't be. You're not gonna find them in places where good dudes don't be. Let me ask you, Lee, if a guy tells you that he works all day, and you see that he works all day, and that he only got 1 day a week, are you going to try to accommodate that 1 day a week, or are you going to look for better?
If I'm interested in, I'm accommodating.
Like, right? Because if a dude, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is the reason why we say don't chase nobody on either side. You ain't got to chase people that want you. Anything that wants you ain't going to run. And men, I'm going to tell y'all right now, get yourself a dog. Get yourself a dog. I'm telling you about my dog, right? I test my dog all the time. I run. Dog chase me. I stop. Guess who stops? The dog stops. And the dog is wondering what's going on. I thought we was playing. When I go to the bathroom, guess who right outside the door? The dog. When I go to the kitchen table, guess who come by my feet? The dog. When I'm watching TV, guess who come lay on my feet? The dog. You want to find out what love look like? Get you a dog. If you never experienced love before, oh, everybody hates me. I ain't never found a good one, blah, blah, blah. Get you a dog first, bro. And then you're going to find out. And secondly, you got to take care of that dog. You got to get that dog shots. You got to get that dog medicine. You got to find out the right food for that dog. You got to make sure that dog don't burn its feet when the concrete's too hot. You got to make sure it don't freeze to death when it's too cold outside. You got to pick up after the dog. So, I mean, the dog going to teach you a lot about being an adult and about being a man. If you can't take care of a dog, you can't take care of a baby. So, wrap it up, B. It's a lot of wisdom that comes from taking care of something that, is outside of your body. And before you try to get into a relationship, before you try to marry somebody or get them to do what you say they should do, work on yourself. Work on yourself first, brothers. I'm just keeping it 100. Work on yourself first. Get your bread up. Get your looks up. Get in the gym. You might not look as good as us, but hey, you can try. You can try. And that's where it starts at. It starts by trying. Then none of our, look, I'll tell y'all right now, I watch these guys, I watch them. All the people y'all seen on this show, the people that I have personally shouted out, I watch them, and everybody's content over the last 5 years has gone from literal garbage to being beautiful. And they all got something to talk about. They all got skills, and it's because they work on themselves. We all got problems because we're human. Problems is an indication of being a human. If you have a problem, oh, it's a detractor because they got one thing wrong with them. Okay, well, that one thing, how many things you got wrong with you before you trying to point? We're going to do exercise. I'm pointing one finger, right? But I got 3 pointing back at me. 4 if I do my thumb the right way. I don't need four fingers pointing at me right now. That's too much. I'm just saying, work on yourself first. Maybe you don't need to date nobody. Maybe you need to wait. And if you don't, then go find you one. They out there. It's probably not a lot, but they out there on both sides. Class?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, bro. I just lost my dog, so I ain't there yet to get another one, but I'm definitely going to. Huh? No, I mean it's all no, for sure. Thank you. But I agree with you wholeheartedly, bro. I don't really think humans, especially not I mean, if we keeping it on relationships, you're not gonna get a woman that's gonna love you like your dog do. Like, I get where you're coming from. I don't know if women can comprehend it, they not us. But you know, dogs' love is unconditional. Women will get gone on your ass. You feel me? So, you know, it's a big difference. But you know, it's unfortunate, I guess, that men don't receive that type of love from humans. You might could get it from your kids. Like your kids might love you unconditional, but it just depends. You know what I mean? Because you also have seen people whose perception of their father has been tailored by others. You know what I mean? And so they don't appreciate their dad like they could, or whatever the case may be. But I don't know if that's a majority or minority thing. But yeah, unconditional love, I guess for men, that's like that shit like it's like a myth. When it comes to talk, if you're talking about humans, it's like a myth.
You think that? You think that too, Lee? You think men can't be unconditionally loved?
No, I don't think that. I think it's getting rarer and rarer as time passes. It's not really the norm, but it definitely can happen. There's not a lot of women or men who think like they used to, though. They don't make people don't love the same. But I think what's happened a lot recently is that a lot of the women left who do love like that, they have that unconditional love, but they don't have unconditional boundaries anymore. So a lot of women started to love from a distance. That's what, like, personally, I can speak that from my own situation.
What does that look like?
That looks like those situations where people break up, but they still love each other, and they still check and make sure from a distance that you're doing good, and might check on you every now and then, even though something happened. Like for me, I was in an abusive relationship, and I loved him unconditionally for a long time. And then I walked away because it wasn't unconditional boundaries. It couldn't be unconditional boundaries when there was a child brought into the equation. So I walked away.
So you walked away. So okay, so y'all had a baby.
Yeah, and I was married. And even now, I still, I have to have that unconditional love for him because that's what's best for my daughter. I can never do what's best for my daughter if I don't have what's best for him in mind, because he's what's best for her, just like I'm what's best for her.
I think you just accidentally answered one of the classic codes questions of the day. We asked the other day. If I say it wrong, classic, feel free to interrupt me because it's your question. I've been writing this for a week, so we can try to get to the bottom of it. Can you hate the man after having a child with?
Oh yeah, it was how can a woman love the child if she hates the father?
Right, and Lee just said that she still does have love for this person. She don't hate them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women aren't like that, though.
A lot of them is not.
Yeah, a lot of women aren't. It's that bitterness it can take over, and it makes you make poor decisions for your child.
Do you think that bitterness is real hate, though?
Yeah. But sometimes that hate isn't necessarily fully directed at the man. Sometimes that hate is deeper than that, and it's like a hatred for themselves, for the decisions they made, or a hatred towards other people not taking that accountability, like putting it on somebody else. Sometimes it's a hatred towards the situation that happened. They can be a variety of things, but yeah, it's definitely centered in hate. That's where that bitterness comes from. They hate something. They hate something or somebody.
Okay, so you think that because they're not getting what they want from the man, that they might have some resentment towards him?
Yeah. A lot of women.
Or like in some people's cases, it's I had a perfect life and now I don't because they wasn't acting right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, and I would like to say I think that in situations of abuse, it's a little bit harder to have the same type of love for somebody. But you saying that you still have love for them, even though you don't want to be with them, obviously,
yeah.
You don't want to be with them, and you had to get up out that situation, start the divorce process, and move on with your life. There's still some love there because you had their child, and y'all had good times, and you remember when the good times were. Just that the bad times they had to be penalized with the dissolution. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I just think ultimately, like, in order for me to ever make the right decisions for my daughter, I have to have him in mind. Purely, like, I can't be bitter about him at all, because at the end of the day, she's gonna see that, and she needs.
I'm gonna spotlight that. Hold on, say this one more time because I've never heard anybody ever say that before. In order to make good decisions for your daughter, you what?
I have to keep him in mind. I have to keep him considered and make sure he's okay. Because just like she needs me at 100%, she needs him at 100%. She needs both of us.
So even when y'all not together anymore, it takes two.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you think, Class?
Shit, she ain't said nothing wrong.
No, I ain't never heard nobody say it before. This is the first time.
Oh, I hear people say it all the time. You know,
you talk to more people than me.
I'm used to. I mean, and this ain't aimed at you at all, Kim. You said Kimberly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not aimed at you at all. But I mean, I'm accustomed to women saying what sounds good out loud. I'm not saying that you're being disingenuous at all. But when you say like you haven't heard this, I've heard this plenty of times. Now, how many people say the right things and live it? Two totally different things. And again, that's not at you, Kim, at all. That's just in general. You know what I'm saying? Because you will have females online talking about this, that, and the third, and how they understand this and understand that, and then you get their baby daddy side of the story, and he'll let you know he going through straight hell. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be sounding good for the internet, but you don't seem like you tripping. But yeah, I have heard it, Cortez.
It happens. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I like the dialogue. I think there's going to be a lot more over the next couple of weeks of all the content that we pushing out, and we can't give y'all all the content on day one. I got to get y'all back in here tomorrow. I got to get y'all back in here on Monday. I got to get y'all back in here on Tuesday. So, I mean, y'all seen the classic codes. Y'all need to go over there and check on the channel. I do like to make appearances on there. That's the bro all day long. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. You know, and then as far as the gaming goes, I haven't seen a better streamer that does what this person does, and that's Lee. Y'all need to go on Twitch. Y'all need to go and check her page out. It's just Lee Anson on Twitch,
Thank
right?
You. Yes, it is.
I done had you locked in for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Lee Anson.
I got the first follower badge on there, y'all. And can't nobody take it from me because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't getting banned because I don't talk on my gaming stream because I'm a serious pro Apex player. If y'all didn't know, I am a pro Apex player. I have won multiple tournaments, and y'all can't see me in that either. We go 1v1 if y'all want to. I can't play Call of Duty to save my life, and I suck at Fortnite, but y'all can't mess with me on Apex. I ain't played 2K in a decade, but I watch. That's why I feel like I'm in there. I'm in the game. I'm in the game when Lee playing. So y'all go check out Lee on Twitch. That's where she primarily is. You got anything else you want them to go follow?
Nope. I'm here for you.
Go follow her on Twitch.
Everything's Lee Anson though.
If y'all in her chat though, y'all need thick skin to be in her chat. I'm just keeping it 100. They need thick skin to be in your chat. You know,
why is that?
Because your chat bot is mean. What are you?
My night bot?
Yes.
I made her that way. I'm sorry.
That bot is mean. Classic. If somebody start laughing in her chat, like you know how you just threw up the laugh emojis, right? Hold on, I'm gonna show you real quick. Chat bot say something like, "Classic, why you capping? She ain't even that funny."
It does. I took the time to like everything that people typically reply, like normal replies. I took the time to make an automated response to each one, so the bot sits there and talks. And she's a little sassy.
Okay, I got one more question to ask you before I go ahead and let Classic do an outro for himself. But I got one more question to ask you. I've been waiting to ask you this question for 4.5 years. I'm gonna ask it today.
You waited till now?
Oh yeah, I waited. I waited till I got you like this. I waited.
Okay, hot seat. Let's go. What is it?
Is that you back there?
Yeah. That's fun to make.
That art has been in every version of your stream since the beginning.
Yeah.
That's you back there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Paint.
Well, we like eye candy. We like eye candy. We like art.
It's an attention getter. Attention getters for all different kinds of interests.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. It gets people watching. You know, super active chat over there on
Gets people interacting. Everybody always types the question.
You know, I had to put it out there. So y'all go ahead and follow the homie. Classic.
Thank you.
Do Classic real quick.
Classic.
All right, y'all know where to find them at. It's the Classic Codes. That's my dog over there. Y'all probably see me on some over here in a little bit. We gonna chop this up. We gonna share it up. Ain't nobody selfish over here. We got literally the rawest group of streamers y'all ever gonna see. Like we would love some Streamer University, but for now we got us. And that's what matters. I got your back. Y'all been had my back. All of y'all. In some cases, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. Even if I met you last week, it's been nice knowing you. I ain't going nowhere. We coming back every single day as much as we can. If not, I'm gonna upload something anyway. Always, I got content for days. I got content for days. Where y'all gonna find stuff like this at? Y'all not gonna find it nowhere else. Y'all not gonna find it nowhere else. This group, the codes, y'all not gonna find it nowhere else. Souls of Thought, y'all not gonna find it nowhere else. Conversations with Soft Rain, y'all not gonna find it nowhere else. Nowhere else. We got everybody in the studio today. Y'all in trouble when we in the studio. As you can see, we working for us today.
Yeah.
We working for us today. I've been Tez 2-4. This is the Tez Down. I will catch y'all at a later date. Y'all have a nice one.